I met Kanye West, I'm never going to fail. He said let's do a good day.
I met Jesus Christ, I'm never going to hell.
We should start out each episode just beatboxing, freestyling. Forgot to turn off the fan.
Once I'm put on the spot, I'm like...
Drop a beat.
I met Kanye West, I'm never going to hell.
Well,
sorry.
We're back.
Hi.
We're back. What's up, everybody?
Hello.
We are back from...
And we back.
And we back.
I'm sorry. We're on
yeah,
something.
we're gonna be... This episode is gonna be a tough one because we have to go back to not getting distracted. So, you may or may not have noticed I've been gone for the past 3 weeks or so. Sorry about that. No, you're good. Sorry about that. You know, it's been a little crazy month for me, you know. But we're back. We're back making videos. How's this past 3 weeks been for you?
Very eventful.
Very eventful.
On my side, yep. I got married.
Congrats.
Thanks.
Sick.
Off the market.
Wow.
Officially, I guess? Question mark? Okay.
Not really.
Not by certain standpoints. Anywho, that was cool, and we've been living together for over a week now, and it's interesting.
Hell yeah. You know, it's like that old adage goes, you never truly know someone until you live with them.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel that is accurate? Do you feel like you truly know him now?
I wouldn't say it's because of this, and we're still pretty early, I guess, to make that assessment, but also, I don't know, it's like, in my mind, and I think he feels this way too, it's like a comfort thing, like like he doesn't seem any different than what I thought, but it's like almost like we have like rekindled again. Not that it was gone, but it's like it feels kind of like the early stages of our relationship again. This is most likely just the honeymoon phase. Is that what they call this?
Yeah.
But
yeah,
I hope not. So. It's pretty good. I like it.
Yeah. Marriage. Pretty good.
Marriage. Not bad. Everyone at work that asks me, I'm like, it's good. They're like, how's married life? Pretty good.
That's how you answer everything though. Pretty good. Pretty good.
Pretty good. Pretty good.
Well, you know, I feel like we should give our reasons and excuses. You know, I've tried to refilm this 30 times. I gotta cue the fake tears.
Yeah.
No, we were just joking about YouTubers' apology videos always says the same things.
Yeah, you can kind of expect them, but you can't expect what's about to happen.
You cannot. Am I gonna say something bad?
Ooh.
Am I gonna say it?
Ooh.
Am I? So I've been pretty depressed these past couple weeks. And you know, that's a real reason I haven't been, you know, on.
Understandable.
Yeah. You know, sometimes life speeds you up, and you just gotta wait till he's done, and maybe get up again. Maybe.
Shit happens.
Shit happens. It's I'm not gonna get too personal into it. I feel like I've already gotten a little too personal now, and I apologize if I did. But
it's a safe space.
I think, yeah. Let's make this a safe space. If you know me, no, you don't. For now. Just don't bring this up in real life. So, you know, everybody has gone through a season of something. I've had my fair share of a few seasons that are not fun. Currently, I am in that season, but, you know, it'll pass, as all things do. It'll pass. It's just sometimes life will take a dump on you and beat you up. And you just gotta, I don't know. It's
unfortunately that's just the way the world is, and
yeah.
If we could have anything on this podcast, it would be world peace.
Right.
And that would be it.
World peace. Fuck Putin. I don't even know if we discussed. I don't even know if I've been back since the Russia thing.
Yeah.
So we'll get into that in a bit. But I mainly just want to like apologize. When I first started this, I made a note to myself. Not a note, but like I made a commitment to myself that I'm going to do it every week until the year anniversary or whatever of the podcast. I just wanted to go through a year straight, just a sort of like a vlogging experience in a way where you get to look back and see how much you've grown or whatever. And I sort of broke that for the first time this past 3 weeks or so. But
we all fall off the wagon sometimes.
we all do, and it's not fun. But
you gotta have grace with yourself.
Dude,
that's what you've always said
that.
to me to help me get through the tough stuff.
I forgot about that.
You just gotta have grace with yourself.
Yeah, honestly, there's a lot of truth to that. And it can be hard sometimes because nobody else can really understand. And it sounds like such a I'm 14 and this is deep type thing, but honestly, it's like sometimes you wish people could really know how you feel, because I don't know, just be like, yo, I'm sad. Like, that doesn't really do much. But I don't mean to be a Debbie Downer. I just want to let y'all know what's up, let y'all know what's going on.
Well, we appreciate you sharing and being transparent with
Thank you.
Me and your audience.
Thank you.
That's awesome.
I appreciate that. It's like AA. It's like,
is it my turn to share?
Yeah. No, please say your name and something about you.
And how long you've been addicted to crack.
Typically they go, it's like, my name's Lauren, and then the whole crowd goes, hey, Lauren.
Oh, sorry, I missed the cue. My bad.
No, yeah, it's fine. Just don't do it next time.
Speaking of that, Euphoria
has bitch. I am on episode 8 or 7 of season 2. I'm almost finished.
I don't know what the episode number is. I just kind of lose. Time doesn't exist when you're watching Euphoria. And I'm on whatever the play. I finished the first episode with the play, but I'm on whatever follows that. So a terrible cliffhanger, I know.
I think we're at the same then. Probably at the same, because I just watched that one.
Dang, it was so good. It
was
so good.
Low-key, Lexi something else. And Cassie. Get this. All right, we have to talk about this. Okay. Team Maddie or Cassie?
Ooh.
That shouldn't even be a question.
I know. I'm definitely Team Maddie. Is that the right answer?
Yeah.
But also, I do feel that
Cassie
way.
is a lying, cheating bitch.
Yeah.
I would never do that to you, Cassie. I would never.
But do we know that? It's Maddie.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I don't know.
You remember that scene where Cassie and Nate were fucking in the bathroom, and then Maddie comes in when she's in the tub? That scene had me like crawling. Yes. That should have been her. That should have been her warning, being like, "Hey, stop fucking her boyfriend. Like, you guys are close."
Oh yeah, definitely.
That was a scene. I mean, I don't know. I get it's addicting to some part. Maybe. I can't really get their morals in this. But what do you feel about it? I feel like kind of
the situation, that specific situation.
Yeah.
Definitely, I don't agree with it, but I feel like it's hard for me to choose sides per se, because I'm learning to really like Maddie's character, and I like the character, like how she's written, but me to identify or to like appreciate things about her, I'm like, this is really tough. I don't really care for this person a lot. And then I'm starting to empathize more with her and starting to lose empathy, like you were talking about with Cassie, because this time she's been this sweet. Like,
at first you're sort of with her and against Maddie, and then after a while you're like, Cassie.
Well, and like Maddie and Nate are like terrible together. Like, they're so toxic.
They're
so you're like,
so
you don't particularly
other.
Want them together either.
Right.
And so it's just like, what do you do?
What do you do?
Because
exactly.
there was such a pretty, like, I mean, they were fucking, but the pretty narration that went with it of like Nate like loves Cassie, like he thinks this way about her, like it's like, okay, maybe these two really should be together, and then it's just all this other stuff's going on.
But here's the thing, and honestly,
so much
I have to say it, I think Cassie and Nate would be better together if it weren't for the cheating and everything. They would be better together than Maddie and Nate, because here's the main problem, here's the root of the problem, right? It's Nate.
Yes.
No matter who he dates, he's always going to be the problem. So him and anybody is never a good couple, never
true.
better.
Very true.
Than anything else. But Yeah. So
Yeah.
good show.
Nice.
Good show. Yeah.
Nice.
Um,
He gave one of the Oscars, or he announced one of the, I don't remember. I started watching the Oscars, but what we
Who
really
did?
want to talk about, Nate, the guy that plays Nate,
He
whatever his
hosted
name
the
is.
Oscars?
No, he didn't host it, but he
came out.
he and another person were like announcing the, I'm like forgetting all the, you know what I'm saying though? The like,
yeah.
the nominations. They did the nominations perhaps, and then someone else came out and did the winner. Anyways, he was one of those people that was on the stage of the Oscars.
Damn.
Which is awesome.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
Oh yeah.
You know what else happened at the Oscars?
Speaking of the Oscars, if you haven't heard, speaking of the Oscars, what happened?
So, upon lengthy research and video watching and comment surfing, I've discovered that perhaps Will Smith slapped Chris Rock on the face.
What can you do?
Now let's talk about the context.
Let's talk about it.
What do you think? What do you know of the situation?
Okay, I want to give just a little rundown of what happened. So, of course, it's the Oscars. Chris Rock goes up. I can't remember what exactly he was doing, whether he was doing nominations or hosting or what. I do know he was running some jokes.
As he does. He's Chris Rock.
As he does. He's a comedian. And then he lays one straight to Will Smith's wife.
Mm-hmm.
And she has this but recently she found out she has this autoimmune disease called, it starts with an A, but basically it takes out your hair follicles, all of that. So she shaved her head, that way it's not patchy. Well, since she shaved her head, he made a joke called, I'm looking forward to the new G.I. Jane movie, which was basically a shot of her saying, like, you look like G.I. Joe. But
and I think, if I'm remembering correctly, she was in a green dress as well.
Yeah. So, it was lined perfectly. And here's the odd thing. I know everybody already knows this part, but it's weird. The camera cuts to Will. He's laughing. And then you see her and she's, like, pissed off. She is making that face like, you need to do something about this. Well, then he looks at her, and then he realizes she's humiliated and she's pissed off. So then he just runs up on the stage. Everybody's laughing like, what's going to happen? Well, he bitch slaps Chris. Chris Rock responds to it perfectly. He was so nonchalant about it. The whole crowd got silent because they're like,
It was like awkward tension. And this is like live TV. like a ton of people are watching, and like all of your celebrity people are here.
Because you don't know if it's like, if they're doing a bit or if this is real and they're actually pissed off. It's been, I don't know. What's your take on it? Because I personally think I like Will Smith. Don't get me wrong. But there's two things. She's a cheater, and it was just a joke. That's what they do. I get it. It can be offensive. I think they were both in the wrong, but Will Smith was more in the wrong. You shouldn't assault somebody because they said a joke. Especially, I saw a tweet that was like, Will Smith is such a great friend to slap someone over someone else's wife, basically saying, because she's a cheater.
Damn, that's a deep cut.
Yeah, that's a deep cut. Anyway, I'm sorry.
Okay, well, I want to speak to both of those things that you just said. The first one being, like, that was his wife. She has this condition, blah, blah, blah. Again, what do we know about her, though? We know that she is a cheater, for one. Have you ever...
really young kid.
Ooh, I don't know all the details on that, but I know, like, this... I know what happened for the most part, and then I know I've watched several of her red table talks, and the more I get to know her versus getting to know like Will Smith as well as you can through like whatever, but like understanding them and forming your opinion of them, my opinion is not super high of Jada. Like to begin with, I don't think she's a very good person, and I think that she's manipulative, and I think she says whatever, as we were talking about earlier, to like be the victim. And it's always somehow like, well, poor me, blah, blah, blah.
Exactly. It's never her fault.
No. And I'm sure Will Smith has his faults too. Like, I'm sure he's not like a perfect person, as no one is.
Not
but
as
I don't.
Jada.
Yeah, I think he has a good heart, and I think that he truly loves her and that he wants to protect her and blah blah blah. And I think that she knows that, and she manipulates him because you've seen the memes of him like being upset and like crying and it's like there's like something that's shared about like men's mental health. Like he is in a very vulnerable spot. Like a lot of celebrities kill themselves. Like it's like Robin Williams, like a funny person that you never would have expected. Like this stuff happens, and we're all watching it happen, and we're just letting it happen.
Kanye
and like
West,
exactly,
he's a
that's
perfect
another great example.
I'm not condoning some of the stuff he did.
So I know what I previously said about Kanye, but he's reaching a new territory that I'm like, I can't.
We're not here to dick ride him.
No,
but there's a certain level of respect, and sort of genuine, just basic human sympathy. That's like, this is somebody who's really struggling, losing his family, you know, going through all this shit that's public.
Yes.
You know? I don't know.
But then also, like, being not to be like, oh, because I'm a woman, but being like a person that was involved with someone that was definitely abusive and definitely narcissistic and definitely like not a good person, Kanye is showing a lot of those same characteristics that I saw in my previous relationship that was not good. And so I'm just like, this person that I once really loved and would be like, say what you want, like he's great, I'm like, I don't even know. And it's tough because he is in this like on this pedestal and like in front of all these people, and he really is like he's going through all these horrible things, but at the end of the day he's not willing to take accountability for his actions, and you can tell by the way he responds to things, and it's hard to sympathize for someone. And it sucks because he's got no one that really can check him, you know, like he's on top of the world,
and especially since he's bipolar manic. I can't imagine being in that headspace, and I don't know, it just seems like such a tough thing to do when you really struggle with mental health and your problems are put on this huge platform for everybody to see. Just making sure it's recording.
This is important stuff.
Yeah, this is important stuff.
I mean, it is. It's fun because it's celebrities, but it's also like these are people's lives. Like this is whether or not we think that everything is staged in the celebrity world. I think a lot of it is.
Honestly, hell yeah. Lot of it. I sincerely think Will Smith feels bad for what he did. This is a crazy part. Oh, really? I haven't either. I don't even know if he has one out. What I do know is, get this. This is kind of related to what you were saying, but Jada has somewhat said, it's like Jada made him think that, oh, I'm not a good enough man for her. I'm not a man for her. I don't stand up for her. Or maybe she said something like that before, like, you don't stand up for me. You never stand up. This was his time when he saw how hurt and humiliated she was. She's like, this is the time where I need to be her man. And he goes up and slaps him. I'm sure in the moment you're not, because I can tell from very recent experience, you're not at your most logical when you're really angry. You know? Yep. You're not going to make the best choices.
Or just put on the spot like that, because it was like his wife, like his person he's going home with today, or all these people you're surrounded by at this party or this event.
And they're all laughing at you. And then the fucked up part, they would get the camera and zoom in on her, and you could tell she was pissed. Yeah. That has to do something too when you're already pissed, and somebody's making fun of you and pointing a camera at you in front of everyone. That's
a tough spot.
I think this is one situation, not talk about them as people or anything. This is one situation where you got to show a lot of grace to other people, because we really don't know what that's like. You know? Yep.
It's tough. I don't know. And it's sad because you don't know what kind of help these people are getting or if they're able to, because then you see all these other stories of like the conservatorships or like Johnny Depp. That's a great, I don't know
the abuse.
Yes, I don't know that Jada's like hitting Will, like, and we're not here to make assumptions or to say any or allege anything. Yeah. But like, we don't know, and it's really sad when you find out all these things are like, these were all the signs, but no one cared. No one saw or no one cared. Yeah. So it's like, what do you do?
This is exactly something where I could totally see Kanye West dies. I could totally see, and I'm not saying this in a good way, like knock on wood, whatever. Hope this doesn't happen, but this is one of those things where he's showing a lot of suicidal tendencies, being really reckless, all of that. He's like showing a lot of symptoms of being suicidal. So when somebody does that, it's sort of like we could have helped them, you know? As you and I both know with something very recent, like, you always think, what could have I done? And there's a lot of people out there with clear symptoms, but nobody, I don't know, it's like this crowd effect, like this psychological crowd effect, where if there's a bunch of people and somebody needs help, you just assume somebody else would do it, but like really nobody's doing it.
Yep. That's such a, it really is awful, and it's tough. Like, I don't really even have words for it. Like, what do you do, or what? There's so many what ifs, and then it's hard to, in a situation like this one, you were only a part of that person's life for just this glimpse of time. Like, what did you do during that time? Not to be like, oh, because I have, you know, sometimes you don't talk to people for a very long time, and then you find bad things happen to them, and then you're like, oh gosh, well, did I see the signs? Did I do everything I could have done? Because sometimes I don't know that there's any other way. Like, they may or may not have done it, or done, anything could happen to people, and you're only in their life for a certain amount of time, is what I'm trying to say. And just make the best of that time, and just know that you did what you could. If you truly feel like, reflecting back on that relationship, that you did what you could, then I think you can find a peace with people passing. Definitely.
It's hard, because I don't know, you just don't know what to do in that time. And again, not to get too personal, but I want to give a little backstory, and sort of get more into where I've been. Not that it matters. Not that
it does matter.
It does. Okay.
It matters.
Thank you. So, guys, I don't know if I told anybody, but I got a new job. I don't work at the old shithole. You know what? Scratch that. Not shithole. I didn't work at the other place of employment that I used to work at. Respecting my best regards to them. Respectfully. My new place of employment, which I thoroughly enjoy, really like. I started about 4 weeks ago, about a month ago. Since then, it has been a long journey of training and learning how to be tough and developing thick skin, which is something I've needed for a long time, was to be able to develop a thick skin and, you know, not get hurt over certain things, I guess, are being talked to. So I've started that, and it's been a big challenge. I'm not going to say where, but I'm a waiter now. And would you know it, being a waiter's hard. It's really effing hard. And I just want to say a special FU to the Sunday service crowd who come in after lunch. You guys are the biggest assholes I've ever met. Seriously. And I want you to know it's a big thing in the restaurant community. It's notorious for Sunday service right after church crowds. They are the bitchiest asshole people who you never want to talk to again. They're just awful, truly awful human beings.
Just demanding. Expect everything like...
Can I tell you what happened last Sunday? So, again, church comes out. We are getting flooded, and we're about to get full of seats, so we might have to do a wait time. And it's my job to seat everybody and make sure people are in the right place. So we keep having these parties of like 10, 20, 10, 15, 10. So eventually you run out of big tables to give them. Well, and you know how it works. There's sections. So for those who don't know, as a server, you have your own section. So it would be something like 11 through 20, 20 through 30, 30 through 40, and so on. You get the point. And each section has like 7 tables. So, needless to say, these idiots have never worked a day in their life, and they think because they're in a pyramid scheme and make a lot of money because they're on top of the pyramid, thinking they're good people. They're not, and they don't know what hard work is. So they come into a restaurant thinking, oh, this little kid, what an idiot. I'm going to ruin his day. 30 minutes ago, you were raising your hands, praising the Lord. And you're going to be a bitch. This is the same person to make an 18-year-old cry. 30 minutes ago, they were raising their hands. Yep. I don't know. It's just so frustrating. This guy comes in, and I just double sat one girl. There was 2 seats that were hers that was around right here. So I was like, I'm sorry, we're fully seated right now. I can't. We're going to have to do a 5 to 10 minute wait. And then he looks, and like, he looks at me like I'm lying to him. He goes, "There's 2 tables right there." I go, "Sir, we can't put those 2 tables together because it belongs to a server. A server has sections, and once that's full, we can't double seat them. It's just a procedure we do." And he was like, "That makes no sense. We want a seat, eat, and there's 2 tables right there." And you can, so this goes through this long thing. So I have to push all the chairs together for him, get this big ass thing, and they camped there for like 3 hours, just being obnoxious and loud and gross and just douchebags. They leave, obviously don't tip well. And that, I'm not saying all Sunday service people are like that, but if you are, I can't speak English today. No. If you are the Sunday service crowd and you're aware that you are, not saying that you specifically are a bitch, but maybe think about it. Ask yourself right now, am I a bitch to customer workers, restaurant workers? Ask yourself, am I a dickhead? I think that'll help, honestly.
I agree. I think that's sound advice. I really do.
Thank
I
you.
think maybe we should submit that to all the local churches.
Yeah. But can all the local churches put this on their TV Sunday service, just
and
a 3-minute long
those
video?
that are too holy to have a TV in your building, how about a nice flyer? We can make paper flyers.
We need to make like an ad campaign, almost like you're a politician, but you're just going around to churches.
Please don't be a dickhead to servers at whatever restaurant you choose.
A server from Colorado at Buffalo Wild Wings, and I'm going to get one at this restaurant. They all come together for an interview, and I just piece it together. It's just dramatic music. Being a server's hard. And then one is in the middle of talking about her story. I got beat up by a Sunday service man. He was a pastor. And I put this compilation together. And I go to churches, put this in. And then at the end of the video, am I a bitch? Ask yourself this. And all the crowd is going to start crying. And be like, I am a bitch. I'm a cunt.
Oh my god, that's too funny.
But what are your thoughts on that?
I think, I 100% agree. I used to be a server that was my first job, actually.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, that was my very first job as a spriteful.
It rhymes with the Glock.
It does.
Sweet.
Anywho, that was an awful, probably one of the worst experiences of my life. But it's okay. I learned a lot.
What
I
are
also
some memories you pulled from? I'm sorry to interrupt you.
No,
but what were the memories you pulled from there? Because I know after some time, what has it been? 30 years since then?
Pretty much.
Memories start to fade.
Yeah.
So how have you been able to keep these precious memories? And what were your precious memories?
Okay.
If you did not have trauma.
If I can go, there's really no escaping it, to be honest, because that's literally where I met that horrible, awful person
out.
I referred to earlier. Yeah, and it pretty much ruined my entire experience. Yep.
Right there.
Ruined my high school experience too. It was all bad, not a single. I'm
Praise
just kidding.
Dale.
There's a couple good ones, I guess. But I guess I met one of my very best friends there also, and she's great. And I was in her wedding, and she is an active member of our wedding as well.
Yes.
So that was great. And I met another really great person that I used to think was like a bit kind of out there as far as like spirituality goes. But now that I'm like on the other end of it, I'm like, damn, this girl, I can learn so much. And I always hit her up when I have a question, and she's like always got an answer, and it's awesome. And so it's like I'm having these like rekindling.
The best part about restaurant is most of the time you're going to have really, really cool workers.
Yep.
And you're going to see the part of society that's like, damn, like, this is the backbone of our country. We are the backbone of our country.
Praise the Lord.
Praise the Lord. Praise Dale. Raise hell.
I always forget about that, but that's my favorite.
But, I really do sincerely. It doesn't matter how old you are. I don't care if you're in a senior living home and, you're not going to remember what I said in 5 minutes. Everyone needs to work I used to think
a single shift at a restaurant.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
And you'll learn. You'll fucking learn.
Okay. What's that girl's name that Republicans really hate? Her name's like AO.
The lady that was like roasted on Comedy Central.
I think so. She has
the blonde like.
no. It's
skeleton lady.
Oh my god! It's an African American lady. It's like a. Oh my god! Somebody's probably listening to this and knows exactly who I mean.
We're sorry that we're stupid.
Yeah.
It's really not our fault. It's the trauma. You can just. I'm just kidding. We're just dumb.
Oh, fuck. What's her name? Oh my god.
Is she like on The View or something?
No, she's a politician. She's like in the White House.
Kamala Harris?
No, but similar.
I have no idea.
Oh, damn. Okay, I gotta find this. It is on the tip of my tongue. Her name's like A.O. Fuck.
You said she's in the White House. Anyways,
I'll find this.
Ben and I have been watching this show called Impeached. Well, it's like the third series of something else. It's on Hulu. Oh yeah. By the way, I realized how stupid I sounded on the last podcast. I kept calling it Hulu, but it was HBO Max. Why the fuck did you not correct me?
Because I didn't even know.
Anyways, this show is actually on Hulu, and it's actually really good. The one that we're watching right now is about the Bill Clinton scandal, the Monica Lewinsky one.
Yeah.
So it's pretty good. I would check it out if you had time.
Dude, I will. I've been watching this show called Severance on Apple TV. Have you seen it?
Mm-mm.
Oh my god.
I've heard of it. I'll look that up while you look up this in the White House.
Once I find
That's
her.
not Kamala Harris.
Okay, I'll find it, guys. Don't worry.
What am I looking up? I forgot already.
Oh, yes. Oh, AOC. This girl. You know her.
I don't know her. But I like her lipstick. It's pretty.
Yeah, so she's part of the Democracy Party. In the White House, I believe she's like a shareholder or something like that. And
Fascinating.
she put the other day, whoever's listening to this, I'm not saying I love her, I'm a dick rider of hers, or that she's the best. I'm just saying I agreed with this one statement she said. She said something along the lines of, all these asshole conservatives that are making fun of me because I used to be a waitress before I became a politician, they would be the first people to cry, to be found crying in the walk-in on their like ninth hour of a double shift. They can't handle it. You don't realize how often you do doubles as a server, how often you're getting yelled at, how many dickheads you talk to a day,
how many like inappropriate people that purposely make you feel uncomfortable, like just for their pure enjoyment.
That come into the bar and like one guy told my friend who's a girl today, she's a waitress, and he goes, "Can we give you away?" And I overheard that, and I was like, the fuck? And he was just being a total creep to her. She just turned 18, and he's being like a total weirdo. You meet so many people like that. And working a job where you deal with the public law, I gotta say. Disgusting. It's awful.
Yes.
Working with the public, it really distorts your view of society, honestly.
Yeah, any like childlike...
You have no
hope
optimism
that you had of the world being a good place.
Just
it just goes away
anymore at all. I used to younger. You know, when you look out the window of a car, you see everybody in their car, and you're thinking, "Wow, they all have a life. I wonder what they're like. I bet." And you sort of view everyone as there's good in this person. Every person has good in them. When you work something like this and you see the absolute worst in people constantly, you have, I don't know. It feels like everybody's truest form of themselves is they're a bitch, but they put on this act like they're a good person because, I don't know, they want validation or something.
Yes. I was just like memeing in my head the whole time. It was like, I saw a meme, not to make light of this serious topic that we just discussed earlier, but there's a meme, of course, of Will Smith like this, and then you're like Chris Rock and I'm Will Smith, and this is the meme. You would be our childlike perspective. Will Smith would be the world.
Would be retail jobs, customer service jobs.
Specifically.
It taints your view.
Restaurant. And the fucking Sunday.
Yes.
After.
And not only do you have these bitch ass Karens, these bitch ass Rogers, you also get your bitch ass boss. Your boss comes up.
The person that you so badly want to be like,
What? If it wasn't for the fact that I need this money, I would kill you. So these are
Y'all
the
gonna
people.
make me lose my religion. That's what we would say to the managers if we could, but we can't.
But we can't because we're gonna get fired.
Nope, we're not the boss. Anyways, what were you saying?
Anywho, not only do you get these bitch asses, but you also get your manager going, why didn't you bring them a napkin? Why didn't you clean off their shoe?
Who complains to the manager that when they literally see how busy you are and how you're barely breathing because you're literally like breathless from running these fucking stupid errands for every fucking person in your section.
Yeah, it frustrates us.
These are the memories that come up when I talk about whatever it was. Anyways,
bitch, you get this. I haven't told you this. I am not going to go into too much detail because this is a very private thing. But I will share this. My first week serving, this bitch, I was on my like second day with no shadow work. I was just on my own.
Oh, the anxiety is so high.
This bitch was being an asshole to me all night. You know, she was complaining about me and all this. And of course I knew I wasn't fast. There was very little things I was forgetting. I got their meal out, was fine. Nothing was wrong. It was just very little things. Well, this whore, once they leave, sends a complete 500-word essay on why I'm the worst server and why she had the worst experience with me straight to the general manager. Straight. She put our general manager's email and sent it straight to him. She had my name. She had what I looked like. She was saying stuff like, and this is the one I can say was 100% not true. I didn't do this to her because I remember her. She said I went 30 minutes without checking her table. That is not true.
You want to hear the story of how I got fired the first time I worked at this previous? The same exact thing. Like it was a Sunday. I remember it so vividly. I remember I was in section 5. I remember it was the busy section and I was 16, maybe 17. I was so young, trying to wait for these grown ass people and their needy ass families and just this bullshit. And then this table of 2 people were just bitches from the beginning. Like, you know, when they walked in, you could feel the energy like kind of shift in a negative direction.
Just see
that's what happened.
Them not tipping you in their eyes.
Yes. This is even worse. I sat down for the first time my whole entire shift to have a couple of fries because I was getting so dizzy and I was so hungry and I'd been there since God knows when. And I sat down for a minute, had a fry, and got back up. I had already got these people's drinks for them. They said, after I asked them if they needed a minute to look at the menu, they said yes. I sat down with my friends who had come to visit me in my section. I ate a couple fries and I got back up. In these few moments that I sat down to eat a couple of fries, they got the manager over there, told them that they had been sitting there for 30 minutes.
Dude.
No one had checked on them. No one took their order. No one asked them what they wanted. And then that person went and told the boss who was in the kitchen. He like confronts me, cusses me out. I was so like, he was Greek. And he's like going off on me and I'm like in tears, like, what the fuck is happening?
Yeah.
And he's like, get the fuck out of my restaurant. And I was like, say less.
Dude. Oh my God. I hate customers like that. After those people were absolute assholes, she left a $3 tip on a $90 meal. And then the same night after her, I got immediately sat with these 2 women. I'm not trying to profile them or anything, but they're more trashy, a little ghetto, that type. I don't mean that to be offensive. So they come in and I'm like, hey, can I get you guys something? And the whole time they're just rude. No, not right now. No, that whole thing.
Like you're bothering them for checking on them.
Yeah.
Like, you came into this restaurant.
Yes. Or like when they don't even look at you and I'm like, hey, can I get you guys something to drink? Yeah. Diet Coke. Or they look at you like, Diet Coke. You know, I don't know how to explain the look, but they look at you like condescending. Like 2.
Do you
I
mind?
want 2 of them.
And like you're stupid too. Like,
yes,
they have to
that's exactly it. They treat you like you're stupid. And these assholes, the whole time they're being rude, complaining about their food, oh, I meant to say I want no lettuce. Bitch, I'm going to kill you. So after all this, finally, it was about a $30 meal together. They don't leave a penny. So I served them for free. For free. These assholes, I had to endure and be nice to these assholes for me just to do it for free. I truly hate people like that.
There's a special place in hell for people like that.
Yeah.
I firmly,
honestly,
if you believe in hell, I do think that there's a place for them.
Where Hitler goes, right in that cage.
In the little Nicky version too. Yeah. Pineapples and all.
Yes. Yes, exactly. I don't know. It's just something about these customers really grind my gears,
yes.
you know?
And it makes me feel like I have ants in my skin.
Yeah. Yeah. Ants in your skin. I forgot what I was going to say. It was going to be a story where there's something about middle-aged men, white men who are overweight. I just want to kick them in their face. You know, a lot of times there's this syndrome going around where it's called I am so funny syndrome. And when they see, oh, is this 16-year-old have the entire restaurant to himself? Let me fuck with him. Let me fuck with him real quick.
Yep.
So you go up and it's the same shit. They think it's so funny. They laugh so hard when they know you've heard the same thing a billion times. They'll go, hey, can I get you guys anything? $1 million.
Oh my God.
Or can I get you any boxes? Yeah, you can take this one too. Talking about the kid. Or you get their bill. Yeah, he's going to pay for it. It's like, I want to strangle you and eat your child in front of you.
Of the world. Anyway.
Sorry.
We've been on some heavy stuff tonight.
Yeah. I'm sorry for that, guys. You can tell this restaurant business is really tainted.
It's something. It really is something.
I want to be financially stable enough to where I can talk to anybody however I want.
Yeah, but then not be a dick.
Yeah. Command respect without being a dick. That's a good saying.
48 laws of power.
Funny story, by the way. This involves road rage today. So, road rage. So I'm leaving work today. I'm heading home. As I get onto one of the last roads. Okay, I don't want to say the road name, but imagine it's a 2-lane road that goes up. There's a right turn. Right beside that right turn, a little up front, is a left turn and then another right turn. So people all turned as I'm going up. Well, as I turn, obviously I have to slow down. And the guy behind me is not tailgating me. He is inside my ass. He is riding like inches away. Inches. Where he is about to hit me. So I'm braking slowly. I don't want to brake check him because I know he'll hit me. So I did something sneaky. Right before I didn't do it then. I wanted to wait right before I turn. Stick my finger out the window, not flip him off. And then this was the highlight of my day. As I'm turning and speeding off, and I have my finger out, I have never seen somebody so pissed off because they just got flipped off. All you see, I had my windows up so I couldn't hear him. He had it like very violently gripped like this. He was like this, and then you just see, I could see just through my rearview mirror, the veins popping in his forehead. He's got veins going up his neck. He's so red. He's like a bald guy. He's gripping onto the wheel. All you see through the window, and if you're on video, I'll show you that. I'm sorry if you're on audio. He's looking out the window, and I see through the rearview mirror, he's going, like, he's yelling like that, and you can tell he is just so pissed off. Now, at the time, I honestly had a good day today. So I was chilling. I was listening to like chill music. And I don't know, the whole way back, I'm like, it's so funny how you can piss somebody off so much because you're just following the law, stopping at a decent time and taking a turn, which I used my signal for. And then I show him a hand gesture. I give him a good look at my hand. And he just loses his mind.
You just waved at him to tell him goodbye. You were leaving. You were turning. Bye.
That's why I want a gun, honestly.
Oh my god. That's too funny. All right.
All right. But for real, it would be a good insurance if I knew. I would have mental insurance if I knew. If this goes south really bad and he follows me and tries to come out and be like, what's up? What's up? I could pull my gun out and say, what's up? What's up?
Similarly, that's why I would really like to carry a taser or pepper spray. Because I'm like, I
don't have pepper spray?
I don't have shit. I literally would be like abducted like immediately. Don't listen to that. I don't want to be
It's like,
but I
don't know.
legit get terrified going places.
I bet you have like trauma from that shit, like for real. Like that
some, like,
one guy at QT.
Damn.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. After that, you should carry something on you for sure. My friend got a taser from like Target. It's like this, and I tested on me. That shit hurts. It will work.
Fascinating.
Or both.
Yeah.
Pepper spray and
both?
Dude, well, you know, I don't want to keep you over too late, so I think we're gonna wrap it up here. It's been a good podcast.
I feel like
I really think this was a good one.
comeback.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I said earlier.
Did you see that Parks and Rec episode? I've not watched the series, but I just know this clip where Chris Pratt's like, they're talking about a comeback, and he's like, like Kim Kardashian, and they're like, what? What do you mean? He's like, I'm pretty sure that picture she had come on her back. Look it up. It's funny.
I want to look that
Even
up.
if you've never seen the show, just this. It's so funny.
Well, everybody, thanks for coming. And we hope you
also check out my new shoes. They're the women's empowerment, go ladies. It says we are stronger together.
We actually made that on our new merch. Make sure you go to
click the link below.
thebarelywise.com/cum69.
Oh.
Thank you.
Thank you. And good night.
All right. Have a great night, everybody.
See you next time.
That was a good one. No cap.
No cap.